Birds of prey. Redtail, talon, harrier, peregrine, screech owl, golden eagle. This is the Birds of Prey Downhill. First run in 1997, the Birds of Prey course at Beaver Creek is a relative newcomer on the World Cup circuit, and its impressive design has captured the attention of the entire alpine world. With some of the steepest pitches, the most difficult terrain, and the biggest jumps on the World Cup circuit, this course is truly unique. Like the birds of prey that lend their names to the various aspects of this course, it is both beautiful and dangerous. Already in its short history, the Birds of Prey has ended careers, created legends, and propelled the next generation of racers to the top of the sport. Inspired by the traditional European downhills and drawing from his own experience as a downhill racer, course designer Bernhard Rusi molded the natural topography to create a supreme test of an athlete's ability.
I think what's the challenging thing on Birds of Prey is you need different attitude to ski. I mean, out of the starting gate, you have to be very light and very smooth and not aggressive. You have to glide, you have to let it go. You hardly don't hurt the snow.
You gotta be rolling, really relaxed, like hammer the start. Just drop in a nice bowl and just kind of like, just let your skis do the work.
The top 30 seconds are dead gliding. I mean, you're just, full tuck, and then it goes on to some of the steepest stuff we have on World Cup, at least for an extended period of time.
And once you come over the brink, it changes. It's from heaven to hell, or from, yeah, it's a little bit like that. Or from one moment to the other, you have to change your technique completely.
And then all of a sudden it's game on. Like you have an icy turn, and then it's into the talon, into the brink, and it's full on after that. I mean, you look at the skyline as you approach, and then it just drops off.
Once you come off the brink and you kind of come down by the net turn and back up, it's like a really kind of funky turn because you're like steep in the compression, flattens out, falls away, then you're in the air a little bit, and you come up by the Super G start. You just try and rail like this turn off the bank, and then you got like this really tough left foot off camber fall away turn that just like wants to suck you down the hill. It's like somebody got a rope around your legs and just trying to pull you down.
Once you are over the brink and the talon, then Pizza Arena, those gates, they are so fast, and they are coming so fast towards you. I never had to ski it, but I can imagine how it is. Once these tight turns are over by the pump house, then you know that it's getting faster and faster and faster. You have no time to think about what's coming up. Only then, just before Golden Eagle jump, there's again maybe 200 meter flat. If you cannot lose your feet and get very smooth, you lose too much time on that flat. You have to glide really.
From Golden Eagle jump, that's the most fun for sure, because you're just kind of looking out over the valley and you just leave the ground and soar probably 60 meters or so.
You have to go over that jump and be willing to dive down to, not just go straight out to dive down, if not you fly forever. Then the next jump's Harrier. Harrier, we all know it's very difficult, it's not the biggest jump, but in the same time when you jump you have to turn, you have to be on line. Most of the time it's dark. Then Redtail, I would say that's the jump. Once you have it online, you just let it go. I mean, you don't care how far you fly, it's going to be okay.
Everybody sees you come boosting off that last jump, and that's 60, 70 meters off that last jump, and you go up there and walk the pace from where you take off to where you land, and it's like it's like 70, 80 yards off the last jump. Like and people don't seem to understand that's almost the length of a football field.
It's always coming at you. I mean, there's always so much action on that hill. It's super exciting. It's definitely one of my favorite races for sure. It's just crazy.
The Beaver Creek downhill is, has everything. It's a modern downhill. It has gliding sections. It's a lot of action, steep parts, turns, jumps, which I think all the racers really love also.
Russi has masterfully revealed the true personality of this mountain and created a rare mix of serenity, intensity, and pure speed that has made the Birds of Prey an instant classic.
Bernard Russi, he's built some killer courses. He's built a course in Norway that we had, Beaver Creek, and so it's like the ones that he's built I've done pretty damn well on. I've always liked his taste and how he's worked in the natural terrain and stuff to what he's built in the days. And for Austrians and Swiss, I mean, those are the two ski nations. Americans always been kind of like in this little sort of wavy line of success, like here and there, if like some guys are really like on top of it and like a little dip, but especially the Austrians, they're just like, it's just this plateau and level like at the top, and they have guys that fill the spots that, if their top stars like drop out, boom, there's another guy in there.
Designed by a Swiss racer with its old world inspiration, the Birds of Prey is a natural venue for European domination. And since the beginning, no nation has had more success on the Birds of Prey course than the Austrians. Led by the legendary Hermann Maier, the Austrians have finished in the top 10 a staggering 49 times, with 5 victories over the last decade. But change is inevitable. Despite its European heritage, the Birds of Prey is an American course, and after nearly a decade of European dominance, the American men grew tired of being kicked around on their home snow, took control from the Europeans, and over 4 years, amassed an impressive list of success.
I showed up in the last 4 times in Beaver Creek. I was either winning the race or second. 2 wins, 2 seconds. And it was cool that Bodie and I traded those wins in the downhill. 4 years in a row, American won there. Before, we didn't have a chance. We were getting stomped on our own home turf by the Austrians. That got me so mad. I couldn't stand anymore. I had some crashes there, mediocre races, and finally it just snapped, it clicked. I got 3rd there one year, and I'm like, okay, this place is mine. And after that, anybody I had beating me out of the win was my own teammate, which was unheard of, before that.
With the Birds of Prey course as a springboard, American skiers have simply rewritten the order of downhill racing. They have ushered in what could very well be a new era of American domination in the World Cup downhill.